This is the tutorial for the leopard print ombre 12-ounce shorty that comes in the kit, and all the stuff I'm using is just what's in the kit. So you're going to get these champagne stones, which is what I used to fill in the middle. These are 16, SS16, and these are 12. And then you're going to get SS16 and SS12 black as well to go around the outside like that. And you can kind of do the black and the champagne as you go, or you can fill all the champagne in and then do the black. I like to kind of work as I go so that the glue is still wet, so that I can kind of like smush things around a little bit. So I am gonna pour my blacks out. 1 second. Oops, and I bumped the cup, but that's okay. Okay, so this is my 12 and this is my 16. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of glue right here and then kind of smear it around. And the key is to get just enough glue, but not too much. And my daughter just woke up, so let me fill this in and then I'm going to have to pause. So that, since this is the skinniest part, I'm using the 12s. And then going up to the 16. Here's another 16, and since it's skinny again, I'm going to go with the 12. And then another 12. And a 16. See, there's that little gap right there, but I'm not worried about it because the vinyl will cover that. So that's pretty much how I do it. And then I just kind of fill all the way. I work my leopard first, and then I go back and do the rest of the cup. So I'll have a video doing a few more, but I gotta go. Actually, let me do one more. She's okay. So I just kind of smear and squeeze and fill in. So it's like that. And then you just pick random ones. It's not really a rhyme or reason to it, just whatever you think will look good. Right now these are all just 16s, but I'm going to switch it up to the 12s for this little point. And then one more right there. And then I'll do the black. And it's okay if you go off the decal, because nobody will know. So like some parts of this decal is too skinny for my stones. So I just kind of make it bigger. Oops, drop one. So these are all 16s right here. And then I'll do a 12 there. And then more 16s. She was supposed to be napping longer, so of course she had to wake up earlier because I'm doing something. I'll put another one right there too. Oops. Grab the tweezers to grab this guy. See, stuff happens and you just can move it around because it's all still wet. So that's a 16, and then the last one will be the 12. So see, you can definitely see a lot of glue squishing out like that, but that's completely fine because when it dries, it'll be like this and you won't even be able to tell. So yeah, that's pretty much, you just do that and then you go all the way. And I'm going to do that and then come back and show you guys how to do the next stuff. So the next few minutes is just a sped up of me filling in more of the leopard print. Sorry, that's my daughter. So you can see kind of the technique I'm using, how I alternate between the sizes of stones. But if you don't want to, you know, watch, if you don't want to watch 2 minutes of that, you can skip ahead to 6:55 is where I start the ombre. Okay, so starting my ombre, I mark the spots where I want the solid color to end and the ombre to begin. So you can see I put a purple where I want the purple to end and a crystal where I want the crystal to end. And then I just fill in all purple and all crystal. And you can just like work this whichever way you want. You can fill in all the crystal first or fill in all the purple first. I got impatient and I wanted to see how the ombre would turn out, so I just did like a little section of the purple, and then I did a little section of the crystal, and then I started to fill in the ombre. And just a note, you don't need to use quite as much glue as I'm using. I was kind of like impatient, so I didn't spread it around as much as I normally do. But as long as the glue isn't squishing majorly over the sides, then it's fine. You want it to squish over a little bit just so that it grips the sides and not just the back of the crystals, because then it adheres better. So you can see right here, I went above the line I made, so I'm starting to add a little bit of purple, and I'm using the smallest, I think I'm using SS12 for the ombre for the start. And then right here, I'm doing the middle, so I'm just doing like, I'm just grabbing a clear, and then a purple, and then a clear, and then a purple, and doing SS20. And then as I go back down towards the solid crystal, I'm using the smaller, so SS16 or SS12. And you just kind of got to eyeball it really, and you might think that it doesn't look great, but once the whole thing is done, it'll blend. So you can see I'm adding just a very small amount of purples scattered to start. And then right here, I'm just filling up to the ombre with the purple and adding small amounts of SS12 crystals. So as you go around the cup, you need to be cognizant of the ombre line you created, which is why you can totally fill in all of the purple all the way around the cup, and then do the crystal all the way around the cup, and then come back and fill in the ombre. That way you know exactly where to start filling it. But again, I just wanted to see how the ombre was going to look, because this was the first time I did this cup, so I did it this way. This way is definitely more complicated, so I don't recommend it, but you can do it however you want. And this is done with the scatter method, so I just this was done using mostly the SS20, with me grabbing the small ones randomly. A lot of the scatters use the smaller stones and then just use bigger stones sparingly, but I did mostly 20s because I didn't want this to take like forever. So you can see I'm lining the edges of the cup with all SS20, and then I'll just randomly grab some of the smaller ones to fill in. So your kit was designed to use mostly SS20, so if you use more of the other ones, you might run out of the stones. I gave you a lot, but yeah, it's possible you might run out. So then once you get into the leopard print, you'll use more of the smaller stones, but you should still use the SS20s anywhere that you can so that it blends evenly with everything. And in the next section, I'll show you how to fill in the ombre inside the leopard print, which starts at like 11:03, so you can just keep watching or skip ahead to 11:03. So for this section, you want to make sure you're still being aware of your ombre line and you're only, adding the mixed colors where you're supposed to. So up here, I'm just filling in all crystal, and then, you see in the ombre spot, I have the mixed colors. And I'm just grabbing different sizes, mostly SS20, but still using the 16s and the 12s whenever I can. But the top of the cup and the bottom of the cup, I lined entirely with the SS20s. So the rest of the video is just showing you how I'm filling in the ombre around the leopard print, because to me that's the most difficult part. So if you want to just skip ahead to the finished cup, that's at about 15 minutes 3 seconds, or you can keep watching. There's no music or sound or anything up until that point, so feel free to, I don't know, put on your own music or just skip ahead. Here's the final cup all done, and you can see there's still some wet glue spots because I just finished this and then wanted to take the video. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on my Etsy and I will be happy to answer them for you.